As the young heir of a top financial tycoon, he ends up tied to his bed and bullied by his own. Is the bodyguard getting chewed? Or has the tycoon lost his edge? She, a master, jewel thief, has his eyes on a precious gem called the Heart of the Abyss. Getting it won't be easy. The key to this job, Lai is with Li Yingxin, the grandson of a wealthy family. She gets hired as the young heir's bodyguard. Li Yingxin is spoiled and has an ass, so she also gets the authority to discipline the young master. Today, while Lai Yingxin is shopping at the mall, he threatens the steed with nasty and degrading tactics. Clearly a spoiled brat who never got enough love or discipline. As a righteous thief, she steps in and Kid, I suggest you behave. But the kid just says, who are you? Know why my grandpa lasts so long? Because he minds his own business. I'm the new bodyguard, you can call me Chi. The young master realizes this is one of his own, so he starts getting physical. 3 seconds later, he's being carried out on someone's shoulder. You're fired. But that doesn't help at all. Once shoved into the back seat, the young master is still. She is a wonder-spoiled brat. He grabs the kid by your foul mouth shows you've got no manners. A young tree grows crooked without person needs discipline, or the driver up front is sweating bullets, along with the sounds of a spanking. The young master gets even more defiant. Grandpa never laid a hand on me. Just you wait. 3 seconds later, the young master stops yelling. Stubborn as a mule. They go all the way from the mall to the villa like this. When the young master gets out, his legs are trembling. I'll get you back for this beating sooner or later. First spanked in the car, then pinned down and spanked on the bed. Here's what happened. She really didn't hold back. But he's still stubborn. They arrive at the school gate. There are limits to close protection. A guy with bleached hair walks up and gives Lai Yingxin a handshake. Come, you're finally here. Come on, let's go. Just as she dismisses the guy, the guy gives him a mysterious smile. Shai has met up with his partner. The Heart of the Abyss already has a buyer offering 40 million. After this job, they can live it up for years. They agreed to finish everything and get the gem within 2 weeks. Shai planned to act while the young master slept. Turns out the young master has insomnia, so he has to change it. The young master comes downstairs in his pajamas. He curses the moment he sees such a child. After washing some strawberries, he tries to wipe his wet hands on his pants and hits a sore spot. She pauses, then bursts out laughing. What's so funny? Before she can react, a basket of strawberries gets dumped all over. The kid jumps on top. Like I said, she doesn't spoil brats. With a quick move, he flips the young master onto the couch. You just can't go a day without acting up, can you? You dare hit me again, you jerk. I'll fight you. A little while later, she sees him crying, and his heart softens. Clean yourself up and get upstairs. The next day, while the young master's in his blonde friend's place, she goes straight to the young master's room to search for the gem. He even examines the kid's pajamas for a bit, looking like a total creep. After searching everywhere, he finds nothing. Time to pick up the young master. He drives over and gets hustled by the young master. Seems like the blonde friend gives him courage. He even tries to hit Chi to save face. Chai blocks him and points at his chest. Little brat, I suggest you be. It'd be bad if I left you here. That seemed directed at the blonde guy. The blonde guy pulls Li Yingxin back. The young master has too much pride. He crushes his cigarette on Chi's hand. She gives a cold laugh and gets in the car. The more you hold back, the angrier you get. The more you back down, the more you lose. So he floors the gas and charges. Then toward the young master who's followed. He extends his claws. Let go. The blonde guy doesn't dare let go. She slaps him hard. I told you on day one not to curse. Take off your pants. The young master freaks out. He bolts upstairs and locks the door. He locks the door. This guy won't actually come in and beat me, right? The sound of a key turning in the lock makes the young master's heart sink. The sounds of spanking and the young master's cries echo through the villa. The 8,000 words omitted. Use your imagination. After that beating, the young master finally gets sick. The next day, he can't even get out of bed. Chai thinks this isn't. If the old man finds out, I'll look incompetent. Watching the kid cry his arms after just 2 steps. The jewel thief is at a loss for the first time. I'm going to see my brother. That statement carries a lot. She wipes away his tears. Understanding everything without words. Just like that, the two who always fought start getting along peacefully. In fact, Li Yingxin is avoiding Chi. Soon after, the old man talks to Chi about his grandson's condition. When asked how they're getting along, Chai spaces out. Especially the killing intent she accidentally shows. Makes the old man shiver in the middle of summer. Back home, Chai decides to finish this job quickly. So he searches the house thoroughly and successfully finds a safe. Just as he's about to work his magic, the young master calls. When he answers, it's that guy Can. After hearing Li Yingxin is hurt, Chai doesn't care about the safe anymore. He rushes out. Looks like you two caught feelings from all that fighting. At the hospital, Chi frowns when he sees them. Just as Chi is about to get to the bottom of Li Yingxin sends in a way. Someone made fun of his dead brother. So he threw a party. But he doesn't tell Chai the whole truth. I'll live how you want me to. So you don't need to worry too much. Faced with such distance, Chai doesn't know what to say. Right now, he just finds that Ken guy really annoying. Back at the villa, the young master wants to wash his hair. But his hand is injured, so Chi has to help. They talk a lot during this. Without their usual tension, the atmosphere suddenly gets intimate. With Li Yingxin stomping in frustration. What the heck is this? If I'm not mistaken, you kid must be... Sure enough, a few days later they end up in bed together. So, as the young heir of a top financial, he gets teased by his own secretary with universal hand gestures. Here's what happens. Chi, being a world-class jewel thief, investigated his young master inside him, but still hasn't found the Heart of the Abyss. There must be info I don't know about. Young master secretary Jing said there's a family gathering tonight. Take me with you. But Li Yingxin doesn't want to go. So his own bodyguard corners him at the school gate and drags him to the party. When people at the party see him show, they don't show him any respect. They even trash talk the young master right in front of Chia, calling him a troublemaker. who always needs the family to clean up. They even mention his brother Li Yizheng was better than him. She finds these people annoying, but for appearance's sake, he doesn't get up and leave. Secretary Jin even exposes his young recent bad behavior, like nearly hitting someone with his car. Suspected drug use. Basically ignoring the confidentiality agreement. This makes you really. What secretary goes around spreading his boss's dirty laundry? She gets it now. These people are putting on a show for him. Little Chi looks like you're close with your young master. We're trashing him and you don't even react. He makes a universal hand gesture. Not far away, Li Yixing finally takes the humiliation and runs off. People at the table joke. Wow, the young master lasted longer this time. Meaning he usually runs off sooner without him. They even make bets about it. He grabs keys from the driver and chases after him. When the young master is about to fall, he catches him from behind. Li Yixing. The young master looks at him with hurt in his eyes. She grabs his face. Who did this? The young master says, I told you I didn't want to come. He dragged me here. Anyway, back home, she wants to put medicine. But the stubborn young master. So we get the scene of a thief climbing into bed in the middle of the night. To put medicine on the young master. As a top jewel thief. How could Chai do such a thing? To the delicate young master. Here's what happened. The more you back down. Being a young master with extreme pride. While Chi is sleeping, he actually tries to drive out for revenge. The moment Chi hears the alarm, he appears behind Li Yixing. Where are you going in the middle of the night? Fine, you won't let me sleep, huh? Chai stops talking to the young master. He just picks him up and throws him back on the bed. Wandering around when you should be sleeping. Looks like you need to be taught a lesson. Don't come any closer. Turns out everyone got their pants off for nothing. You're just hugging him. Li Yixing was ready to lose his. That's it! So Li Yixing flops around in Chi's arms like a fish. Chi can barely hold him down. After all that struggling, the young master runs with Chi's steady heartbeat in his ear. He slowly falls asleep. The next morning arrives. After a good night's sleep, Li Yixing slowly opens his eye. Jesus, why is this so heavy? When he realizes the situation, he tries desperately to escape from Chi's embrace. Why didn't this guy leave after I fell asleep? And what's that thing poking me from behind? Oh my god, it can't be that, can it? Li Yixing quickly scoots forward, but Chi pulls him right back. Oh boy. The young master's butt. His face is burning red. After going through hell and back, the young master finally escapes. When Chi wakes up, he reaches out but finds nothing. He jolts awake. What's going on? Why did I sleep so deeply last night? He escaped from my arms. Thinking back to last night. Was it because he had the young master as a body pillow? The kid is fragrant and soft. Just as he's about to continue his thoughts, a phone call interrupts his morning exercise. His thinking. Being dragged upstairs by your own bodyguard and watch very proper art film makes perfect sense. Here's what happened. Early in the morning, she has lost him. When his partner calls, saying they called all night with no answer, thought she got arrested. Scene change. She is already at the coffee shop. I just finished dealing with my young master. After complaining a bit, the female partner gets to the file contains info she requested earlier and brings news of a new job, scheduled for about 5 weeks, meaning he needs to finish this job quickly and rejoin the team. She replies with a got it and gets up to leave, not wanting to stick around with his female. When he gets home, he sees pizza and fried chicken on the table. The old driver said, the young master ordered all this. Waited for you to come back before eating. Once she sits down, the young master starts. But his movements are kind of wild. Chai can barely contain himself. Just wants his if you wash. The young master holds up both hands. What do you think? And stop treating me like a kid. Seeing them get along so well. The old driver, saying he hasn't seen the young master this happy. He mentioned something, and the young master's face suddenly. Don't bring up the past anymore. The old driver realizes he said. The young master gets up. She slams. Who spoiled you? Sit down and eat. The old driver sees a fight and takes off running. Chi sees he can't let this. Since the young master won't eat, let's do something else. He throws the kid over his shoulder and heads upstairs. No matter how much the young master kicks, being carried like a child, the young master is definitely embarrassed. Chai considers his feelings and puts him on the couch. I go watch art films. The young master doesn't know what game he's playing. He just sits there while Chi wipes his hands. Then sounds from the TV make him freeze. Is this something an innocent young master like me should watch? Slur. As the young heir of a top financial, he's unbelievably innocent and gets teased endlessly by his improper bodyguard. This is way too much. The young master's like a cat whose tail got stuck. He pushes the guy down onto the couch, ready to punch him. But this position matches the big screen perfectly.